अस्सलामुअलैकुम, ये है अब तक झटपट और मैं हूं ज़ारा। झटपट में आपको लिए चलेंगे झटपट लाहौर, जहां पर पीसीबी और आईसीसी हुकाम की इस वक्त मुश्तरका प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस जारी है।
When we were walking to this room downstairs, we passed a contingent of them in the stalls, and there was cheers for ICC Zindabad. And so, therefore, your fame and your support precedes you. And the people of this country look to you to help the endeavors of their representatives in the PCB to take this initiative forward and finally to bring international cricket back to Pakistan. It's no small achievement that at least 6 people, or 5, are from South Africa. And I hear murmurings from my media sources that there is interest in certain quarters for a one-off test, where the test will be played, whether in Pakistan or in South Africa, I don't know. We have not yet got to the nitty-gritty of it. I hear rumors. So there's no truth in them. But if there were to be truth in them, then that would certainly be another milestone. We are keen to bring international cricket back to Pakistan. We are keen to demonstrate our seriousness of purpose. We are keen to show that we are a peace-loving country that is hungry for cricket. And now that we have won the Champions Trophy and are targeting the World Cup, the world should wake up to what Pakistan is all about. The world knows that Pakistan has a tremendously talented team. It's had its ups and downs. But my sense is we are now going to go up and up. And therefore those who do not wish to play us for one reason or another that has more to do with politics than with cricket, it will be entirely their loss and the loss of their cricket watchers and their people. I don't wish to say more. I'd like to hand over now to David Richardson.
Thank you, Mr. Sethi. Good evening, everybody. Very happy to be back once again in Pakistan. Let me start by saying actually a big thank you to the people of Pakistan for their continued support of cricket over the last few years in what must have been a difficult time where you didn't have international cricket in your country. But the fact that I think that the people have stayed loyal to cricket and have supported their team has been one of the factors in leading to the Pakistan's team's success. First of all, in reaching #1 ranking as test team, champion test team, and then more recently the Champions Trophy. I must say, a previous CEO of the ICC once said to me, you cannot call yourself the CEO of ICC until you have at some stage been burnt in effigy in some part of the world. And so it's quite a nice change to at least get a welcome from the crowd as we walked across the ground this evening. Well done to the PCB for its initiative in pressing ahead in arranging the tour. And of course the efforts made together with all the security agencies for ensuring that the tour can proceed in a safe environment. Security is unfortunately an issue across the world and an issue for all sports. And ensuring that our members have the capability to safely stage matches is extremely important. And this is the main reason why the ICC created the Pakistan task team way back after the attack back in 2009, which under the leadership of Giles Clark has put a lot of work in working towards the eventual return of international cricket to Pakistan. And more recently in the decision to invest in improving the security capabilities of not only the PCB but Pakistan security forces generally. I'd like to thank the media for its continued support, positive support and coverage of cricket in general, and of course in this tour in particular. We certainly believe that this will be an important stepping stone towards not only building the technical capability to handle security situations within the country, but also probably more importantly, to build the confidence of the international sporting community that despite whatever threats may exist in Pakistan, that you have the capability of adequately mitigating them and dealing with them and managing in a way that tours can proceed. Lastly, I'd like to express our appreciation to both teams, and in particular the World 11 team, and not only the players but Andy Flower's efforts in putting the team together on the PCB's behalf, and the match officials, in particular Richie Richardson, who's come across and agreed to participate in this series. And I genuinely believe that this is an example, a very good example of, and sometimes we refer to it too easily, that the cricket family, the world family, it's a good example of them sticking together and doing their best to help a particular member country. And as I say, I'm pretty confident that going forward, this will be an enormous help in persuading and convincing other countries that actually Pakistan is capable of staging events in its country in a very safe manner. So thanks again for your attendance today. Thanks for your support generally and of this tour in particular.
Thank you, gentlemen. We have got mics on either side. Please raise your hand, introduce yourself. But before we start taking questions, please put your phones on silent. There is lots of disturbance. Please put your phones on silence. Thank you. First question, Sanaullah.
I'm Sanaullah Khan from Dunia TV. Lahore is going to host 3 series, World 11, Sri Lanka and then West Indies. Can these 3 consecutive series increase chances of Pakistan to host any ICC event, whether it's under 19 or women cricket?
The ICC events in this cycle anyway till 2023 have already been decided and awarded. But this is I think Pakistan over the last 2 years in particular has made tremendous strides as far as improving their security situation, bringing the threat levels down, and then also improving their ability to deal with that threat. But it is a process. This is one of the early stepping stones, a critical one, but a very important one. Let's get through this tour. Let's have hopefully other teams visiting Pakistan. And I'm sure in a couple of years' time we can start talking about hosting an ICC event, most definitely.
Usman Samiuddin.
Hi, David. Here. There's some talk that there might be a couple more tours by a World 11 side over the next 2 years, maybe. Is that something that the ICC would again kind of help facilitate with, as it has done this time, and maybe even provide the kind of financial assistance they did with the security agencies as they did this year?
Yes, yes. The ICC has already agreed to invest in security and developing and improving the security capabilities for a 3-year period. Whether the years 2 and 3 include a World 11 tour, that's not decided, maybe not. Certainly I understand the intention would be to bring more matches, the PSL matches back to Pakistan, but also to bring member countries to tour Pakistan, not a World 11 tour. And that would be the ideal, to have international cricket return to Pakistan in normal circumstances.
Can I just elaborate a little bit on that? The idea of having a 3-year contract with a security company approved by the ICC and by the International Players Association is to ensure that either or the ICC or other foreign teams continue to come to Pakistan. This is an ice-breaking event. We hope that by this time next year there will be a full-fledged tour by at least one other member country, and in the absence of that we will go back to the ICC to push this process forward, and I have no doubt in my mind that we will expect full support from the ICC.
Gentleman in the front, right side.
Ijaz Wasim from Bold TV. 2 years ago when Zimbabwe toured Pakistan, ICC refused to send match officials, but now Richie Richardson is here because ICC sponsored World 11. And next month, Sri Lankan team coming to Pakistan, and in November, West Indies will play 3 matches in Pakistan. Can ICC send again the match officials for the bilateral series if Pakistan arrange?
that just shows that 2 years ago how things have improved since then. Yes, for every series, even whether it's happening in England, South Africa, Australia, we have a security consultant. When we send our match officials or our staff, such as Sami, into a particular country, we always ask him to review the threat and make sure that the plans are adequate to deal with that threat. I'm confident that if, as on this occasion, we go through that process and it's safe for the match officials to come to Pakistan, that will happen, no doubt.
Gentleman at the back, left side.
तैमूर कबीर फार्म खबरें चैनल 5। मेरा पहला सवाल नजम सेठी साहब से है कि आपकी इस काविश को दुनिया भर में सराहा जा रहा है, क्या हम मुस्तकबिल करीब में कोई टेस्ट मैचेस पाकिस्तान में देख रहे हैं? और दूसरा सवाल मेरा डेविड से है कि आर यू हैप्पी विद द लव ऑफ पाकिस्तानीज एंड टेल दिस इंडिया डिड नॉट प्ले द सीरीज विद पाकिस्तान, द ICC is standing with the Pakistan Cricket Board. What is the policy of International Cricket Council on the India-Pakistan matter?
I think you should address the India-Pakistan question.
I'm not sure I've understood your question correctly, but I think what you are asking is what is ICC's policy on India-Pakistan matches? Well, as you know, when it comes to ICC events, there's no question if India are drawn to play against Pakistan, they will play. On the question of bilateral series between the countries, or bilateral series, whether they're between India or Pakistan, India and South Africa, Pakistan and Sri Lanka, they are agreed on a bilateral basis as well. I understand that at the moment, anyway, diplomatic relations between the two countries are not exactly as rosy as they could be. And for now, anyway, it seems that the BCCI, without the positive affirmation or approval from their government, don't believe that it's time for them to play against Pakistan. I also know that the PCB have been talking to the BCCI for a number of years now in trying to arrange tours between the two countries, whether in Pakistan or in neutral venues, etc. Those talks probably are ongoing. You will also have read in the media that the PCB have filed a complaint under the ICC's disputes resolution process, which is a mechanism that we have to deal with any disputes between member countries. That process is a work in progress. Mr. Sethi will probably be able to update you as to the detail of that. At the moment, ICC really, its role in this is just to facilitate the resolution of any dispute. We don't like our members fighting with each other, obviously, or being in dispute, but we have a process to deal with it, and we need to let the process take its course.
Again, I'd just like to add a few things.
चेयरमैन PCB नजम सेठी और ICC चीफ एग्जीक्यूटिव डेविड रिचर्डसन इस वक्त लाहौर में मुश्तरका प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस कर रहे हैं। नजम सेठी ने डेविड रिचर्डसन का शुक्रिया अदा किया और डेविड रिचर्डसन का कहना था कि पाकिस्तान दोबारा आके मुझे बहुत खुशी हुई है।
चेयरमैन मिस्टर